Hello
Hello
and
and
welcome
welcome
to
to
the
the
Handicapable
Handicapable
Black
Black
Women
Women
Throne
Throne
Room.
Room.
My
My
view
view
of
of
humanity is
humanity
a
is a
whole
whole
new
new
tea.
tea. Okay, yeah, back to get some snacks, something to sip on. We're having a part two because this lunch situation, I was like, I know why it's irritating me so much, but at the same time, it's like a lot of men don't realize why they can't find a woman. They can't date. They are not capable of maintaining a solid relationship or healthy relationship. They don't know why women say that they're no good. Well, this is an example, but it's just funny how this woman is laughing it off and she is just, I don't know, like, I get a MAGA vibe from her in a way because it's like, or even, well, if not MAGA, just the whole PR thing of bad news is better than no news. Because, like, with marketing and stuff, it's like as long as you're getting publicity, and especially with American Eagle, it's like they were report like their sales were going up with some of the hate and everything like that. But then look at Cracker Barrel and stuff. So I don't know. It's just with the way she's playing it off, I just kind of get that disgusting, icky MAGA taste in the back of my anyway. So okay, this is part two with that subject because so yeah, I'm gonna get back on the subject and everything. It's just I don't know. It's just really, it's really annoying and frustrating because a lot of men want to know why they're single. This is why. Situations like this, when men keep trying to show how they're incapable of doing anything, you think that's good advertisement? You think a woman's really gonna nod and say, "Oh, I want to date a man who can't even make a lunch for himself. I want to date a man who can't even take care of himself. I want to date a man who doesn't know all of his food groups and everything. I want a man that's just going to load me up with carbs, but then in a month or two, he's going to tell me that I'm getting fat or whatever, or that I need to lose weight or go on a walk and stuff." Yeah, because I've witnessed all of this stuff. I've been in situations like this or whatever, where guys would keep telling me to eat fast food and stuff, and then weeks later, you need to lose weight. This is your fault. And it's just like, what? Because I was the one who was like, no, I'd rather just make something from the house or eat. It's like with Mr. Lakaki at the beginning of our relationship, I didn't eat red meat for 3 years and I stuck to it. But then he kept, you're so stuck up. You're so snotty. It's like you act like you're too good for red meat. You act like, and I was like, I'm doing it for my health. I have a lot of family members with health issues, and I was trying to, it's like I thought, okay, if I don't eat it for a few years, maybe I can figure out ways where I can eat it once in a while or whatever. But then I've never been a steak person. I don't care for steak. I'd rather eat seafood. And even with that, my Mr. Lockakey, my ex, would put me down for that too. But I mean, it's kind of a side thing, but it's more on how a lot of these men don't care about women. They don't care about like, but the thing is, these men. Well, I guess I'm one of those leftover women because men, they only want to date me until they find someone good enough. I've never been the one that is good enough. Because even if you remember the story time when I first started working promotional modeling and I was working at the zoo and stuff and I met this guy named Scott. Was his name Scott? Something like that. No, something with an S. Yeah. Anyway, anyways, um, it's like he was supposedly gonna propose to me, whatever, but he told me I had to quit promotional modeling. But then he would never go to the events to see what I do. But he said that for women, that's very, like, I don't know. It's like he was really stupid because, especially back then when I first started, my main client was Starbucks. Yeah, I was walking around with samples of coffee at festivals and different events and things like that. Full apron, yeah. So yeah, he was an idiot. And then the funny thing is, like, he didn't see the value in me. He wanted me to just quit everything, but then years later, he told me that he would break up with he was dating another black woman. Oh yeah, oh yeah, majority of the guys I've dated are white. I try to date black men, but they say that I don't act black enough, or I'm too white, or too whatever. And so it's like I try to date black guys, but yeah, there's currently one that was trying to talk to me, but day two he told me that I needed to love him. And I'm like, I don't know you. All I know is that you're doing laundry. I don't know you. And so yeah, some of these men, they don't realize, like, it's just like, okay, slow down. Or just, yeah, anyway. But yeah, he told me he was going to break up with the other black woman he was dating and be with me, because he said he kept thinking of me. He wanted to be with me, but I wouldn't sacrifice my job for him. And I'm just like, okay, I was working promotional modeling, especially since I was working on my master's with training, and I wanted to train within the marketing spectrum or like area. But I was like, I thought that would be a perfect, like, a perfect thing to, like, for experience and stuff like that. But he didn't care. He didn't care. And again, he didn't know, like, I tried describing to him what I do. I invited him to the events that I do, but he didn't care. He didn't want to go. And he wanted me to sacrifice everything for him. But then all of a sudden he wanted to break up with the current girlfriend for me. But I was like, no. I was like, you found a woman that you want to propose to her. And he was like, but remember, with your, like, on your birthday present, I had an engagement ring. It was supposed to be for you, but it wasn't for me, because you literally tried to, like, tried to force me to quit what I love doing. And, like, because of the experience that I gained was one of the main reasons I was able to teach college classes, because I was able to get, like, I worked promotional modeling for about 12 13 years, and I've worked for about 150 companies, and I've gained so much experience from it. And so if I had let him stop me, I wouldn't have been able to take advantage of that. And I might have not even finished, or after my master's, I wouldn't have gotten my MBA in marketing. And so, like, a lot of these men out here just try to stop you, and they try to just demean you. And this is one reason why I feel like that bigot that just got eliminated or whatever. I think one reason why a lot of white men hate us, especially they hate black women, because we're not going to let them stop us. Do you know how many white men have tried to tell, or a lot of black men too, but, like, I wasn't dating the black guys, or black guys would tell me I'm stuck up, but especially, okay, you know what? I'm going to start off with the black guys, to be fair, because so many black men who, like, when I said I was working on my first or second master's. This is both, like, before I met Mr. Lakaki and before I got stuck dating Mr. Lakaki. I was trying to date black men. I tried. And the one guy who told me, it's like, you're going to have to choose your master's or me, because I don't want a smart woman. Do you know how many black men have told me that they don't want a smart woman? Or I wasted my time in school because it's like me learning all that crap was going to get me nowhere? Or even present day, when, what are you working on? Oh, I'm working on stuff to start my own business. I'm writing my novel. Oh, you're one of those stupid ones. Why are you like, you should be smart enough to have babies. He was like, that's all I want you for. Literally, a guy told me that last week. He told me it was stupid for me to get my education, and that all I need to do is have his baby. Like I was stupid enough because I was made to do was have his babies. But then when I block him, and then he tries to look me up on social media, and then he kept trying to call me up my name, then I had to like, and usually I would try to screenshot and everything, like, cause I've shown you that I have so many screenshots in my phone still, but I don't think I have screenshots of that because I was trying to, I had to block him so quickly because all of a sudden he was popping up out of nowhere and just, yeah, some like, and but then some men wonder why we choose the bear. And so I say all of this is like men keep trying to, they keep trying to say, we love you, we want you. No, you want to use us. You love using our bodies. You love trying to take over. You want us to be submissive, but you want us to give away like we only have one life to live. And a lot of men, they want to put the blame on women with their failures because a majority of the men that I have dated have dropped out of college or even high school. And like a lot of the men who have gone to college, they don't want to date a woman with a disability or whatever, whatever. And, or, I mean, sometimes it's just not compatible, but yeah, I've known like, but I don't know. It's just, sometimes it's absolutely infuriating because I feel like it's like I love the person that I have developed to be because like I got my education and I've wanted kids but I haven't met the right guy and I didn't want to just have a guy a baby. Yeah, I just don't want to have a guy in my life just to have him either. That's one reason I dropped Mr. No Heart so quickly. But or not so quickly, it took 7 years. But like especially once I had my surgery and I was able to have enough space from him, I wasn't scared anymore. Because at first I kept being scared, especially when he would keep calling me, telling me to come over. And then if I didn't come over fast enough, you must not care about me. Oh, this is your fault. Like me, and see, okay, I'm going to get back into the lunch topic or whatever, because it's like men don't know how annoying it is. Because when you keep showing us that you're incapable, especially with us grown women, we're not gonna deal with just a man that's incapable. If you're incapable, then no, we're incapable of having the patience to have to deal with you. We're capable enough to keep our space from you. We're knowledgeable enough to say no to you. But then to a lot of men, saying no is a no no. It's like they refuse to take rejection. Mr. Lockakey, he refused to take rejection to the point he jumped in front of my car. And then even with Mr. No Heart, which I will never forgive him for, because he still has my property. Like when I was studying for grad school, I get cold easily, so I bought a blanket. So while I was working on my grad papers, I would, cover myself in the blanket. But then when I start, like I told the whole story, so look up the blanket episode or whatever. But after, like, when we started dating, he would, like, if we were in bed or whatever and he would fall asleep, he would take all the blankets. I would try to grab it back. On more than 4 occasions, he hit me in bed when I was trying to take the covers and I got tired of it. So I brought my blanket from home, the my Monster High blanket. And so that's why it was at the house. And so anyways, like once I wasn't able to walk anymore. I was in so much pain.
mm,
I asked him if he could drop off my belongings. And that meant only driving to my house once.
mm,
He'd even have to ring the doorbell. He, like, because this is how much he hated me. The 2 or 3 times he
mm,
ever had to come by the house to drop something off or to pick up money because he didn't have enough money to get by
mm,
or whatever for the week. It's like he told me either to put the money on the front porch or
mm,
whatever, or if he needed to drop something off, he would drop it off, but he wouldn't ring the
mm,
doorbell. He would drop it off, get in his car, and drive 5-10 minutes, and then text me telling me it was there, just to make
mm,
sure that my family didn't see him. Yeah, and he never met my parents.
mm,
I've already talked about this in a previous episode. I invited him over so many times, but he hated me so much, he disrespected me
mm,
so much that he couldn't even come over and meet them. So when I needed my blanket though, and I couldn't walk, I was in so much pain, I had to have surgery. And over and over and over again, I would tell him, it's like, I don't want to just get in bed. I don't want to have to get under the covers. I don't want to have to fall asleep all day. I was like, can you just bring my blanket? I was like, I need it. And he was like, no. He was like, this blanket will make sure after your surgery, after you get better, you'll come back. This will encourage you to get better. This will encourage you to work harder at physical therapy. Do you know how upset I was? Like, and I wanted to yell at him so badly, but he told me a few times throughout our relationship that he loves making people's lives miserable. So I knew that if I fought him on this one, he might try to throw it away or destroy it or give it to somebody, and then he would say that I had no proof. I knew he would try to do that because he would brag about other times where he would try to do something against someone else, or he would talk about his past and what he did. And I'm just like, if you don't, because, and that's why it's like I wanted to break up with him, but then I was nervous. And with a lot of these men, they don't care anything about you. They will treat you like garbage, absolute garbage. But then they want you to smile while they treat you like garbage. And so that's why it's like when this woman is bragging about her lunch or how she's making money off of these bad comments, she doesn't know what some of us have been through, and how me seeing that video and seeing that he put dog food in her lunch, like, I'm like, that's how little he thinks of you. That's how low, like, I mean, but then he said that it was like it's a joke. That's not a joke. He doesn't think much of you if he's putting dog food in your bag. And it's like, part of me is like, I hope there was a bag of either McDonald's or Subway or Burger King or Wendy's. I hope that was like just a gag type of thing, and that the real lunch was somewhere else in the classroom. That's what I'm hoping, because if that's all he gave her, yeah, no, no. I mean, how much are we going to allow men to treat us like garbage? And now we have men that are incels or passport bros, but that's how they want to be able to treat us, like that. That's how they expect us to just nod and laugh and be like, it's okay. You want to treat me like trash, but it's okay. I'm okay with it. Yes, I am. I'm your little piece of trash. I'm your little piece. Or, well, since he gave her dog food, I'm your B word. I'm your B word. Yes, I deserve a treat because, yeah, I've taken all of your garbage. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yeah, it's like a lot of these men, that's all they want us to do. They want us to just, then some of them call it being submissive. And with some men, packing a lunch is feminine. If a man packs a woman's lunch, that's feminine. Do you know how many times, even, like, it wasn't until the end of my relationship where I was I think it was like the second to last time I was able to get to his house. But I was in so much pain I could not get up and down the stairs. It was like I went up the stairs to his room, I would go to the restroom when needed, and then when it was time to leave, I would go down the stairs into my car. And that was for the entire weekend. I would not leave that bed because I was in so much pain. And that was the only time when he would bring me up a plate for dinner. And it was funny because they would eat in the kitchen first, and then he would bring me up a plate after they ate. And part of me thought it was kind of a, I mean, I'm not saying that I am the highness and queen, so feed me before, but it's just funny because of all of the times I helped him and saved him in so many situations, I I always try to make sure that I had his back and I didn't leave. I don't know, it's just frustrating because yes, he brought me a plate, but he only brought because there were some times where I'm just like, I don't think I can come over this weekend, and he was like, oh no, if you're in pain, just give me. You don't have to move. You don't have to move much. Just make it to my room. Can you make it to my room? And so I was in so much pain, and but he wanted me to. I sacrificed for as long as possible. And the crazy thing is, the last weekend I was there, I was trying to get to my blanket, but it was under his leg, and I didn't want to wake him up. I If I had known that he was going to be so awful and cruel and demeaning and disgusting, I would have yanked that blanket up so quick. I would have made sure I woke him up. I would not have cared because it's years late because I asked him like almost like 8 times to 12 times, can you please just drop off my stuff? It's just once. And he always had the excuse as it's too far. For 7 years, I drove to this man's house. Seven, over and over and over, at least once or twice a week, or at sometimes, especially over the summer, almost every day, he would ask me to come over. So my gas is worth it, but his just once, just driving to my house once. But then even I asked him because he was going to be driving up north to go let his daughter see grandma, to see his mother. I would ask him, okay, can you please put your stuff, you know, when you pack your stuff, when you get your stuff or whatever, put my belongings in there too. So while you're on your way, you're passing by where I live. So then you can take my blanket, take my, the pillowcase and the waffle maker. And it's I think there might be one or two other things. If you can put those items in a bag, and he can even do it like he used to, because I don't want to see him anymore. I don't want to ever see him again because of how selfish and terrible and awful and just outright just terrible he is. It's literally no heart. He has that name for a reason. But yeah, it's he can do what he normally wanted to do. Put it on the front porch, get back in his car, and then drive off. And it's because I used to be okay, be careful with that, but it's he would call or text that it was at the front porch 10 to 15 minutes later just to make sure I wasn't able to get access to him, which I'm just really? But that's all he would have to do. And so since he didn't do that while we were dating, it's and after a while, especially when he refused to call me or check up on me or visit or see me or anything like that, I was just skip this. So then I was okay, so now we're breaking up. Now just drop off my stuff so that we have no excuse. Because I still have my grow unit in his garage, but I'm gonna have to get a U-Haul and movers for that. He begged me to start a business. He begged me to start, like, I have that episode too, go look it up. He begged me to start that business. But then it's like I use my credit card, I use my cash and money. I paid for everything. And then and he knew it was my dream too. See, it's like I have so many examples. This man treated me like garbage. And that's why when I see this woman and she's laughing and just like, it's kind of funny. No, it's not. It's like, because when a man is just taking advantage of you, and when he's literally degrading you like this, but now you're like, I'm making money off of my man treating me like garbage or treating me like a dog. Like, really? You're proud of that? You're proud of that? I don't know. I just, because like now it's like I have an ex who won't bring me back my belongings because he told me that I like my stuff being at his house will force me to get to I'm going to get better so I can start driving to his house again and then being submissive and doing anything and everything he says, because the last example hurts more than anything. I mean, I'm still like, there's one other item, but I'm not ready to talk about that one yet because this man, he dragged me. He was a nightmare. He did so many terrible things, and I just kept letting it go by because I kept trying to prove to my mother that she was wrong. That as long as I walk like this, no one's ever going to want me, love me, or marry me. I think about that every single day of my life. She said it so often, it's in my mind all of the time. But I'd rather be alone than with him. But when he threatened to break up with me if I tried to adopt, because at the beginning of our relationship, he said, oh, you want to adopt? Oh, you want kids? Okay. Just know I don't want any more kids, but if you want to adopt, that's cool. Right around 3 or 4 months. Oh, if you try to adopt and breaking up with you, it's over. I told that whole story too, so go look it up. Again, I have over 400 episodes. It's like this man. So that's why some of us are affected because we have been treated like garbage. And we've witnessed situations like this. So when we see a man acting this despicable and awful, no, no. So, okay, but I think I've proven my case. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.